This is definitely not a manga meant for kids. There is a lot of really gruesome, bloody scenes, and there are naked, dismembered bodies in it as well. Hi everyone, happy Manga Monday. Today I'm going to be talking about Momo the Blood Taker. Now in this one, it is based in Tokyo, and the city has been plagued with a bunch of crimes, like people being cut up and dismembered, their bodies being drained of blood. Our main male character's name is Kigo. He is an investigator in the police department, and although he is viewed by other police as being fallen from the ranks or not as good as he once was, he is still a good investigator and he is a hard worker. 10 years ago, Kigo went home to his wife to find her decapitated. And he was attacked by a vampire. Since then, he has made it his only goal in life is to get revenge for his wife and to find the vampire that killed her so she can be at peace and he can be at peace too. Although he knows there are vampires going around Tokyo, there's really no proof of this. So a lot of the police in the police department, if vampires are mentioned, they get made fun of, or, you know, like, oh, you're thinking about like mythical beings that don't exist. So even though Kigo knows vampires are real, like, he doesn't talk about the vampires at all, really. He might talk about it kind of like in passing, but he doesn't really want to draw more attention to himself. Now, Kigo somehow has been able to get like this little amulet artifact that can show him where to go to find vampires. And surprisingly, it works. So he uses this like every night or every couple nights to go and try to find these vampires. Well, this night he finds a vampire. He starts attacking him to, you know, kill him and get him out of the way. While he's attacking this vampire, or killing this vampire, the vampire who killed his wife shows up and tells him he's been waiting 10 years for him. And everything Kigo has done, every move he's made, this vampire has planned out. Like, he knows he was going to do A, B, C, and D. So he's planned everything just so Kigo meets him right here and then. Kigo, going into this fight, you can see that he believes that there's a chance he might actually win and he might have revenge for his wife. It does not play out that way. He gets his butt handed to him bad. Just like so bad. When he's basically about to die, Momo comes in and stabs the main bad guy vampire in the back, causing him to flee because he's injured. Momo talks to Kigo in his last dying moments and is like, do you want me to save you? If you want to live and keep moving forward and try to get revenge for your wife, I can save you. He says yes. She saves him. He becomes a vampire. So he ends up becoming like the thing he hates most in the world, which is unfortunate. But that's like the only way to, you know, live and move on. When he wakes up, she's kissing him, which I thought was really weird because although she's over 200 years old, she looks like she's maybe 12, right? So to me, that's just weird. And it's like she tries to sexualize herself by wearing lingerie and looking really cute. And there's even, in the very beginning, it's just a picture of like her on top of him, kissing him. And kissing him is supposed to be like healing him somehow. But to me, I was just like that alone kind of made me like hesitant to continue reading. And I was just like, what the frick is going on. So I don't really like that part of the manga, I'm not gonna lie. It just seems like really pedo to me personally. The good news though is like he freaks out when she's kissing him. He's like, wow, you're like, you know, 8. You need to get off me. And she's like, well, this isn't like, I'm not trying to hit on you. This is how we heal each other. And he's just like, ew, like, oh, well, weird, right? So she wants him to stay in his house, or she wants him to stay in her house and live there with her and do as she bids. She doesn't want him to go out in the real world or go back to work or do anything. And he's just like, okay, you know, bye, little girl. I'll see you later. Thanks for healing me. And she's mad, like big mad. And he pretends to like be hurt. And while he's pretending to be hurt, she like goes to him to comfort him. And then he like handcuffs her with shoelaces or something. It's pretty good, right? So aside from Momo, Kigo does have a couple people who work with him in the police department. There's 3 of them. They all work together in like their own little investigation team, and they go to these murder sites or these murder scenes to investigate and try to figure out what is going on. They're in the process of trying to capture the murderer, which they call like the V group. So there's a lot of theories going on in the police department, whether it's like one person, and I say person, not vampire, because it's the whole of the police department, is trying to figure out if it's one person causing these scenes, if it's a cult of people causing these scenes, and or is it, you know, one person that started it and like a copycat killer as well. Anyway, so what do I think about it so far? I don't know, like there's a lot of really graphic scenes in this manga, which I do enjoy. I like the nitty gritty, dirty, gruesome horror kind of scenes. And I like how creepy they are. I was, like I said originally, I was opposed just because of like the first couple pages, because it looks really inappropriate, like having such a small girl and an older guy. And like that scene, I was kind of like, WTF. I would be interested in continue reading this if there was no more scenes like that. There's just, for me, if it stays true to just like a horror fiction kind of manga and they don't try to add like a romance thing in between Momo and Kigo, because even though, like I said, she's 200, it's just kind of weird. That's a personal opinion. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.